things are about to get interesting because, boy, I have some thoughts. Greetings, geeks and geek girls. It is me. I am back for Batwoman, the second episode. Oh boy, I want to discuss this. So, spoiler alert: if you guys haven't seen the episode, go watch it. Then come back and tell me what you think. Comments down below. Well, I'm getting fast at that. So we pick up where we left off with the fact that Kate now suspects that Alice is Beth, and so she goes on this investigation. She tells her ex, thinking that she'll keep it secret, because it's her sister and all. But no, she doesn't. She goes and tattles to the dad. So the dad goes to shoot Alice. Because yeah, he's totally on the up and up. Definitely not a villain. She gets him to just arrest her. But on their way to Arkham, the band goes over. Of course, Kate rushes over there, saves her. And Luke has to help her out from the cave to get away. And she does. There were also many back and forths between her and her father, her and her ex, Sophie. And then also, there were some cool scenes with Mary, her sister-in-law, especially because now her stepsister, not sister-in-law, her stepsister. Because Alice thinks that she's competition. She doesn't like to share. Sorry, I'm also kind of out of it. I don't know why. Other thing is, Luke is really warming up, but I think it's very interesting because in this version, Luke is not really into the tech, like he doesn't know what it is. So it's interesting that her man in a van isn't really a man in a van. So he's kind of, I'm slowly starting to like him. I like Mary, and I love Alice. I kind of maybe like Sophie, but don't like what she's doing, how she's acting, but in kind of a good way. The dad I hate, but I think I'm supposed to hate him, so that's good on you. And then lastly is Ruby playing Kate. Now, I've seen a lot of people get flack about her and her performance. I will admit, no offense to Ruby, but the performance is a little stale. Though part of me feels like that's the point, is because one of the recurring things was Luke trying to point out to her that the people think that Batman's back, so they're getting Hope back, and they're all talking about it, and she's not even noticing, she's oblivious to it, because of her vendetta. And I get where they're coming from, but doing a personal vendetta obscuring the greater good isn't usually something that a show does in the first couple episodes. But I do get where they're coming from. I don't necessarily like it, but I enjoy the show. It's not great, but I do enjoy it. Unlike some people, you know who you are. But anyway, this episode was mostly about finding Alice and trying to prove that she's Beth. Not really that much else happened, which is why this is a weird short review. I can say though that in this episode they proved that someone else got the rabbits to get Alice's original knife, and then they stole her switchblade that had her DNA on it and are going to destroy it and don't want anyone to find out. So that's making me think that my original theory was true and that the Court of Owls are involved in this show. And that'll be interesting to see. A lot of things will be interesting to see. I really wish this show the best. it has potential, and I like certain characters. Like, I really like Beth and Mary. Beth slash Alice and Mary. And I feel like I could like the other characters, but just, they need more. You shouldn't have started a show like this. Give us more of an origin. Give us more into who Kate is as a person. We don't really get that. Because her main goal in this episode was all about her sister. Her sister, her sister. Now she blamed herself for her sister. We don't really find out anything about Kate. Like, does Kate have any hobbies? Does she like to do anything? At least in the first season of Arrow, Ollie had moments where we could find out, like, who he, like, how dedicated he was, and that's part of his character, because we got to see him working out, and that was at least helped to sell it. And also, in the flashbacks that were played by Mel with a bad wig, we still got more into who he is as a person, and how this whole thing has changed him. Not so much for Ruby. I mean, Kate. Sorry, I still love Ruby. I just think they should do more with her. Have her emote more. Anyway, like I said, I am still excited for the future. And hopefully you guys stick with me. Because unless the show tanks and this view tanks, I'm going to try to stay on reviewing this as long as I can. And speaking of reviews, next time you see me will hopefully be in like an hour or two for Supergirl. Yay! Much more excited for that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Till next time and beyond. Boy, I hope I don't get flack for this.